Well, there's somebody we want to introduce to you that it's remarkable. I just met him a couple minutes ago actually, and it's all about the Race for Hope in D.C. that raises money for people dealing with brain tumors. And Gunnery Sergeant J.D. Caraway was diagnosed with a brain tumor after serving as a Marine for over 20 years. And, you know, he and his team are going to be out in D.C. very soon.
That's right. They're raising money to go towards the National Brain Tumor Society for the race, which is coming up this Sunday. We're talking about the Race for Hope, and he's with us now, Gunnery Sergeant John David Caraway. So good to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
I can't believe I'm sitting here looking at you because you underwent brain tumor surgery 5 days ago.
5 days ago. Actually found out on April 9th that I had a brain tumor. What happened was I just got back from Afghanistan in December, had lost some hearing loss, so they wanted an MRI for that. Was getting headaches, and the fact that I was getting one or two once a month instead of once or twice a year. Nothing significant, nothing that was just overwhelming, nothing debilitating. On April 9th at 1800 in the evening, we were at Fort Belvoir at DeWitt Army Hospital when this whole train ride started for us. Mm-hmm. And the last 2 weeks, needless to say, have been difficult for Christine and I, but nonetheless, we've attacked it head on, and so far everything looks positive.
You know,
great.
This is amazing. Your life is fundamentally changed in the biggest possible way, just like that.
It has, and I'll say that one of the key reasons why I wanted to be here today is that things happen for a reason in life, and I truly believe that. To the simple fact that I've become a voice for this. Brain tumors are bigger than J.D. Caraway, and I recognize that. And so I'm here now to try to help raise money for the foundations. We started out with a very simple $500 goal through her office. And if you were able to get onto the website, you can see that we've raised well in excess of $17,000.
You guys are doing great. Really are doing great.
Looking at hopefully reaching a $20,000 mark between now and Sunday. And I've got numerous amount of folks that will come out and support me that day. I've begged her to let me run, but I'll walk it at this point.
You have that Marine mentality.
Yeah, I got to do something.
You've got to do it, but you need to take it just a little easy.
That's the hard part. And,
talk to me about the size of the tumor.
Size of a golf ball, bigger than the golf ball, a little bit smaller than the tennis ball. They don't know at this point what they don't know. They were going to do what they would call a complete resection, which they were going to go in and remove as much of it as they could. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, they determined at that point that the rewards weren't worth the risk. So we made the determination, let's do a biopsy with a debulking procedure where they went in and grabbed as much of it as they could. Mm-hmm. And Dr. Cooper and his staff have taken a look at it and sent it to PATH, and the early reports are it doesn't look as invasive as they thought. Mm-hmm. But until we've got a report back, which unfortunately day one started on Monday.
Okay.
And I've got 7 to 14 days before I actually know how bad it is.
I see. So you don't know whether it's a cancerous tumor?
Well, they say anything within the head is always going to be a cancerous tumor. They just don't know if it's benign, malignant. It hasn't metastasized. That's promising. But as far as there's 4 different WHO levels, WHO 1 through 4. 4 being the end game. That's what Senator Kennedy had. Right. And even with the most aggressive treatments, the best I could get was 16 to 24 months. Mm-hmm. Look, give me anything besides a 4, and I can deal with it.
Well, it is good news that you have, the doctors found that it was a brain tumor here before it was somewhere else. Because many times brain tumors, you don't know until, say, you have lung cancer, or you have something else, and then you realize it, and sometimes it's too late.
Yeah, they've done all the necessary CAT scans and other tests in the body, and everything shows that I'm doing fine. Beyond that, this was just look, it's unexplainable.
Mm-hmm. You have done how many deployments?
I've done 5 deployments.
To Iraq and Afghanistan?
2 to Iraq, 1 to Afghanistan, Okinawa, and then to Somalia back in '92 during Operation Restore Hope.
Do you feel like you've served your country in so many different ways?
Did I get a raw deal? No, not one bit. I don't have any ill feelings towards the Marine Corps. I can't even say that it has to do with what's happened with me within the Marine Corps. It happened, And I'm not going to sit back on the sidelines and feel sorry for myself. Look, I can tell you when it happened, when I got the news that night, it felt like I'd just been hit by a freight train. You know, we regrouped as quickly as we could and then said, okay, how do we attack this? How do we go win? And that's the attitude I'm going to take, is as long as a higher being is out there pushing forward for me, I'm going to keep that faith and keep moving.
It seems like you really take this as just your next journey.
It is. It's the
you've
next
had to
step.
go through so many things in the Marine Corps and so many obstacles, so many dangerous places to serve your country, and this, it just seems like seeing you describe it, this is the next thing.
It's another chapter. I got a long book ahead of me. And this is exactly how I look at it, as just a chapter in a very long book.
You've written a little bit in your blog about your kids. You've got two kids. How are they dealing with this? You know,
surprisingly, they are acting like champs. I can say my daughter, she's the oldest, she's 17. When we first found out, she was the ostrich and, you know, put her head in the sand, didn't want to deal with this. You know, this is so far away from my life. But she finally broke down with me and is accepting it, and I think now that they've both seen how I'm recovering from this, they're amazed. My son, we know you're sick, we don't know how bad it is, so until we actually know something, we take it one day at a time, and that's all I can ask.
And how about the guys that you know from the Corps? Have you spoken with them much?
Oh, they've come and seen me. I've had numerous folks come and see me at the hospital on Friday. They were there before I went in for the operating room. And the support that Christine and I have gotten from my Marine Corps family, my own home families, is nothing less than spectacular. We couldn't have asked for anything more. It's just amazing.
Still stunning to say, when I left the hospital or had surgery on Friday, and here he is talking to us not even a week later. Talk to us about what's going on this weekend.
The Race for Hope, of course, starts on Sunday the 2nd. The intent is that I will walk it. At this stage, there's no reason why I will not walk it. If I could coerce Christine to give me more time to let me run it, I would, but I'll take what I can get.
One step at a time.
And at this point is to continue to raise funds. We've got T-shirts that we went out and purchased yesterday, got a screen printer putting some stuff on them. What we're calling the Gunny's team, which is with my rank on the insignia on the back of it. And then you know, we'll sell them to participants and anybody that wants to wear them on my behalf.
This is great.
You talked about your wife, Christine. Huge support for you. She's over there.
She is.
Will you come over here so we can get a shot of you? Real quick. I have to say that.
She's been the support. Come sit over here.
She's beaming with a smile over there.
Yeah, sure. She's like, wait a second, I wasn't supposed to be on TV. No. But this is the woman that's been by your side and reading y'all's blogs online.
Yes.
You see the support. She says, it's Gunny's wife, and you talk about like what's happening, and you knew that he was going to be okay because he was barking orders. How do you feel about that?
She's been my support structure throughout this all. If I could never have asked for anybody else to support me better than she has.
Oh.
She's my partner.
You guys, I'm so glad you're doing well. It's great to meet
Thank
you.
you.
You look
Pleasure.
great,
Appreciate
and you're just a
you
source
very
of
much.
hope for a lot of people that
Thank
are
you.
dealing with this.
Appreciate it.
Have fun this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.